This is coming to you from John Wayne's 26 Bar Ranch in Eager, Arizona.
Howdy, partners. Welcome to another edition of Chili Bill's Kitchen. Well, we're coming to you from the kitchen again today. We had to do some repair work and get it fixed up just a little bit so that it was easier to cook in. Well, today we're going to be doing something that we've done a couple times before. We're going to do up competition chili. That's probably the most mail we get is on the chili, wanting to know about the spices, wanting to know how you go about doing a good bowl of chili. Well, today we're going to do it again for you and see if we can't teach you how to make competition chili. And if we got a little bit of time left, we're going to make up some jerky. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Caramba, somebody stole my caballo.
Nobody stole your caballo, Tomato. He took off and became a lawyer after tasting Chili Bill's famous championship chili.
Don't I know you from someplace?
I'm Chili Bill, and we're doing a man-on-the-range interview to find out how many of you good folks out there like your chili hot and spicy. That's the way I like mine. Plenty of hot stuff in it to keep my mustachio curled. Here, Tomato, try some of this and become a lawyer, too.
Smells like chili.
Hey, you're getting smarter already, Tomato.
Good chili.
Of course it's good. It's Chili Bill's chili, and those of you who like it hot and spicy can enjoy all those good recipes you've seen Chili Bill and his guests cook on Chili Bill's Kitchen Show by going to your local trading post or bookstore and picking up a copy of his famous recipe book, If You Like It Hot.
See?
Or you can order it direct by sending your money order.
Oh, hi, we're back. Well, let me get a little bit of edge on this knife here, and we'll get to rolling on chili. First thing Oh, boy. Look who come in here. Don't you know we're on camera right now, Kenny?
Oh, no.
You've smelled the chili, and we haven't even started cooking yet.
Well, I can't smell anything with this horse all over me.
Okay. Well, we're going to make chili up today, Kenny. Are you going to stick around and help me do a little bit of the cooking?
That sounds like a lot of fun, Bill.
Well, I
Sounds
think,
good, too.
well, it's going to be good.
All right.
We're getting this all heated up now, and we're about ready to go. What we're going to need is some meat. Would you put that darn rietta down someplace and get me the meat? It's right there. And what we'll do is we'll start cutting up some of this meat. No, let me have the round steak there first. One of the things you must use when you're making chili, of course, is good meat. You can't skimp on the meat. Now, a lot of people try to, they want to go get old cheap hamburger or something like that. Well, you can't do that. If you're going to make up a good batch of chili, you got to have good meat. Well, here we've got round steak. I've got 2 pounds of round steak here. You've probably seen me do this before, but we're going to do it again for you. You take that bone out of there. My little dog's going
There you go.
like me there. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to cut this round steak up. Now, what I've done, I've had them run this through the tenderizer. And I'm going to cut some of the fat off. Now, we like to try not to use too much fat when we're cooking competition chili. And what I'm going to do with the fat, I'm going to put it right over there, and we're going to get just a little bit of oil in there to cook the chili in.
Kind of natural.
That's right.
There you go.
And we'll just put a little bit of that in there, just enough to dampen down the bottom of the chili bowl over here so that we don't scorch the meat. Let me get just a little more of this off here, and then we'll start cutting the meat up. That looks pretty good there. Okay. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to cube this meat up. We're going to cube this meat up about the size of the size of your end of your little finger there. And what we do is we just cut just like that. Let me get this cut down here like this. And when I run into the fat or the gristle, I try to get rid of it when we're cooking a good batch of chili, okay? I don't like to...
makes it kind of chewy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, of course, you know, out on the ranch, sometimes, you know, you just go ahead and throw everything in.
Everything. Doesn't matter.
Hide, hair, horns, and all, you know.
That's right.
But when you're cooking competition, you can't do that. And the reason is you got all these judges walking around and tasting your chili. If it's too greasy, they don't like it. And if it's too hot, they don't like it. So you have to be a little bit careful of how you go about putting your meat in. Now what I'm doing here is I'm just getting a little bit of this. Let me get this stirred just a little bit over here. All I want to do is just coat the bottom with a little bit of oil, just so that my meat won't stick, see?
Oh, yeah.
And you notice that old black iron skillet there?
Yeah, I do.
I've had that son of a gun for a long time. Let's get them going on this meat here. What are you doing, Kenny? Are you just riding by or what?
Oh, just brought in a few head of the old steers from out in the mountains there.
You still punching cows?
Yeah, we're still bringing them down. A few of these are wild, and
All right.
turns into a rodeo after a while.
Well, you know, and I bet you that meat would be a little bit
Well, I'll tell you,
tougher than that,
that
huh?
would make a bowl of chili. Now,
You'd
be chewing on that for a week.
chew on
Yeah.
that for a while. You know, in raising cattle, you know, you have to keep them quieted down a little bit in pens and so forth before they're butchered, because the you know, the more they use their muscle, the tougher the meat's going to be, right?
That's for sure. And up in this country, a lot of mountains.
Oh yeah, everything's mountain up here where we live, and so these cattle are going up and down the hills all the time. I'm going to have to get a little more edge on that knife, Kenny. And we've got a little bit more. Now what we're going to need is I'm going to need that ground beef too. Why don't you go ahead and I'm going to need 2 pounds of that. Now I have 2 pounds of the round steak, and we're going to use 2 pounds of the ground beef. Now that isn't just plain old cheap hamburger.
Not hamburger.
I bought some halfway decent meat. Now what we do on the chunks, now the chunks, you know, give you the feeling that you're chewing, you know, chewing meat.
Sure.
Where the hamburger itself, you know, after it cooks into chili sometimes, it's kind of hard to find it.
Sure.
Now if you just make chili out of plain old hamburger, it's kind of mushy.
They're mushy.
Yeah.
Runny.
And that's right. So this is the reason why we use the both. Now although you do probably get more flavor out of the ground beef because you know, it's in finer pieces, so the juices and so forth cook a lot better. I think we've just about got this just enough over here. Now what that is that suet. Now I'm going to take the suet out of that. I'm not going to leave it in there. I'm just going to take the suet out. I'm going to turn that heat down just a hair, and we're going to start dumping the meat in there. And let's see here. Okay. Shotzi, what are you doing in here? Go on, get out of here.
Kitchen.
Yeah, get out of the
Smells
kitchen.
that meat.
Oh, yeah, well, that's my old hound dog here just come in. She's got a litter of pups, so she's out there hunting for anything that she can find to eat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw some of this in there, Kenny. We're just going to use our hands and throw that in there like that, and I've got to cut the rest of this. Now this, what did that say on there? Did that say 1.5 pounds or so?
That said, wrong one.
I'll just put this,
Yeah,
what do you got?
1.5 pounds.
1.5 pounds?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be a little bit short, but we've got a little more of the round steak, so we should be in halfway decent shape. Let me get this ground beef in here.
You don't cut that up.
You don't have to just crumble it on in there, you know. Most of these people out there that watch, they've probably made spaghetti and all that other stuff before, and you just go ahead and crumble it up. Let me get the rest of this round steak cut up here. Now when you're cutting this round steak, it's easier to cut it in long strips like this. Just cut it in long strips, and then after you get it into the long strips, then you can just turn them right around like this.
Yeah.
And cut them into the small hunks. I think I hear those little pups over there
do too.
in the next room.
How jolly. Mom
Well,
must have
I
left
tell
us.
you, one thing about a ranch is that
Something's always happening.
Something's always popping up around here. You never know.
That's right. Something's always happening. All right, here we go. I've just about got this now. Here we go. All right, let's throw that on in there and brown that. And, Kenny, I'm going to let you... Can you cut some of this?
Sure, I'll cut some.
How clean are those hands of yours?
Well, they're not that clean right now, but I can go over here to the washroom and get all washed up here.
No, I just about got this thing done here. You've been out roping and so forth. You probably...
I got married since the last time you seen me.
You got married?
Yeah, I did. I plumb got settled down.
What brought that on?
Calf roped, as you might say.
Calf roped, hog-tied.
Hog-tied, yeah.
Yeah, hog-tied. Well, I'll be darned. Are you still doing country and western?
Oh, yeah. We're still doing a little country and western music here and there.
Kenny and his new wife, they're pretty well known here in northern Arizona. They have been in the country and western business, singing country and western. I don't know how long, Kenny?
Oh, gosh,
20?
I've been
20
in
years?
20 years, about 21 years off and on.
21 years off and on. Oh, boy. Well, that's quite a while. And you still just keep punching it out. Now, you know, Kenny was here, not long ago, was in a western here in the valley, and he played one of the leads in it. He was kind of a bad guy by the name of King Fisher.
John Kingfisher.
John Kingfisher.
Texas.
And, yeah, out of
Cowboy.
Texas, and they were, it was about the true Texas gunfighters, and that was your first picture, wasn't it, Kenny?
Yeah, first one.
Did you kind of enjoy doing something like that?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A man by the name of Rowan Ellsworth and I,
Yeah, Rowan Ellsworth played the lead on one of the leads, and you played the other lead.
he played Ben Thompson.
Ben Thompson,
another
right.
Texas gunfighter.
Right. And the whole thing, I think, was filmed right here in Arizona, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
northern part of Arizona and down toward Phoenix area.
You know what? I think we got the meat finally cut. And let me get this stirred in here just a little bit. Now, what you have to do is you have to brown this meat. And I'm not sure whether we got enough heat going here. So I'm going to have to turn that up so we can get this meat browned a little bit here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to make up while this is browning here, I think I'm going to, what did I do with this thing? Yeah, here. Now, this is not part of the chili that we're doing, okay? But what we're going to do now, while that's browning...
You want both of these?
Let's see. That's one, and that's 1.5. That'll be good enough.
All right.
That'll be good enough. That's 1.5. And what we're going to do with this one is I'm going to put it in this mixing bowl here. And what we're going to do is make you up some jerky stick.
Ooh, that sounds good.
We're going to make up some jerky stick.
We can use that up in the heels up here.
You betcha. You betcha. That's good stuff. Really good stuff. Okay, now, let me get my recipe over here. There it is, right there. And we're going to be using... Boy, those dogs over there are having a fit.
They're going nuts. I don't know if y'all can hear them or not.
They're yelling for the mama.
Mama
Yeah.
must be over there giving them a hard time.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, what we're going to do here now, I have to have some spices and stuff. And if you'll hand this stuff to me back here, Kenny, we'll start on this. Jerky. It's a type of jerky. It's called jerky stick. Now, when you make, well, we're finally getting this stuff pretty well browned up, and we're going to start on the on our jerky here. We've got to take a break. We'll be right back in about a minute. Don't go away.
When they rode into town, folks would try to gun them down, but the gunfighters always were prepared. They survived by their speed, killing first became their creed. The gunfighters told us host was fair. Gunfighters, gunfighters, death stalking by. Gunfighters,
Gunfighters, this is your old friend Chili Bill with my good buddies here, Juan Baracho and George Gabby Hayes Jr. We just took those falls for you a minute ago, telling you that no Hollywood magic is in this. Western know-how that makes Chili Bill's chili, the authentic, bring you back to life bowl of red, made with lean beef and my own championship chili blend. A real palate pleaser. Why don't you give it a try? Well, let's see, I guess I better eat. Oh, there's only one bowl here?
That's Chili Bill's Championship Chili. You'll find that recipe and many more in If You Like It Hot. Enchiladas, tacos, burros, barbecue. And if you can't find it at your local trading post, send for it. Oh, hi. Well, we're back. We had a little tough time here. I'd forgotten to chop the onions, so we chopped the onions during the break. We have two nice size onions here. And what we did is we had two pretty good size onions. I chopped them up, and you chop them up real fine. You don't want great big hunks of onion when you're eating chili, okay? You want those nicely chopped up. We're going to put those right into the chili now. Okay, like that. And we're going to start putting the other ingredients in. Now, if you'll get my, oh, here it is right here. And I should have a, yeah, get that cup measure for me back there, will you? All right. And we'll get the rest of the onions in there. Now comes the important stuff here. Now, if you were doing this at competition, you've got about 2 to 3 hours to cook it, so you wouldn't be doing it the way we're doing it here. Although I can't really tell too much difference in the taste when I eat it. But you would want to, you know, you'd want to cook your onions down. Well, we're not going to be able to do that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start dumping everything in there. Try to put all the stuff in that we need to put in. This happens to be the premix that I make up myself.
You make
okay?
that?
I make this up myself, yeah. And what we have in here, now I'm going to tell you what to put in here, so don't get all panicky. Most of mine is already in here. This is the premix. I'm going to put in 2 3/4 cups is what I'm going to put in here. But I'm going to tell you what to put in if you don't have this mix. Now, you can use one of the good mixes on the market. You know, there's several good mixes on the market, and you can use those. You wouldn't have to...
Tastes better with Chili Bill.
Oh, of course, you betcha. But, you know, some people don't have Chili Bill's mix, maybe. And so what we've got is in here, what you're going to end up with is about a ½ cup of chili powder in here, okay? And you're going to have 2 tablespoons of comino. 2 tablespoons of comino. You're going to have 1 tablespoon of oregano or oregano. And you're going to have cilantro, and you're going to use a 1 teaspoon of cilantro. Cilantro is very touchy. You've got to be real careful when you use it because it does have a bitter taste. Now, I'm going to need some of that tomato over there. There we go. Now, this happens to be tomato puree that I've made up myself. You can use the plain old tomato sauce that you buy in the market. You know, that's fine too. Any good brand will do, but you can just use the inexpensive stuff. I use a lot of the generic.
Generic?
Yeah, you know, the
Just
stuff.
as good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in there 2, which is the same as you'd be putting in 2 8-ounce cups, or 2 8-ounce cups, yeah, of the tomato sauce, whether you make it up yourself like I did here, or whether or not you buy it at the store. Now, we're going to start smelling stuff over here pretty quick, okay?
You already smell it.
All right, here, we can put that up. Now, here, where's the lid?
Put
the
back
lid on
here.
that. This isn't ketchup. This just happens to be an old ketchup bottle that I had, and I used at the store. If you put that back over there, and I'm going to give this a little stir around here.
We're going to have to go shut the window.
Yeah.
The guys down at the bunkhouse get a whiff of this.
They'll be here. They'll be here pretty quick. There, you can just be guaranteed they're going to be here pretty quick. Now, I need the garlic salt. And where's my... Yeah, here it is. No. Where's my garlic salt? There it is, right over there. Need some garlic salt. Now, a lot of people like to use, you know, plain garlic crushed.
Yeah.
That's terrific. But this is easier, okay? And this has the salt in it, so some of you people that don't like to use too much salt, maybe you'll want to cut down on that. I'm going to put in a, let me get this turned around here. You notice that I don't fool around. I keep plenty of spices. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons. Teaspoons, not tables. Teaspoons. We'd have it too salty if we did the other way. All right. Now, to that, I'm going to add my comino seed. If you let me have the comino over there. Right here. Cumin. Same thing as cumin. And I'm down to almost nothing there. It looks like I've just about lost it. And I'm just going to add
an extra tablespoon right there of the cumin or comino.
Camino.
Now,
Yeah.
the unseen, obscene spice.
Obscene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to... This is Mons
MSG.
MSG. A lot of people don't like to use it. If you don't like to use it, don't use it. But it's a taste enhancer, and it will make your chili quite a bit richer to the taste. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of that. Okay? Now I think we've got just... Nope. I need my white pepper over there.
White?
That little one.
The little.
Yeah, that little
There we
guy
go.
there. My white pepper. And we're going to put in a teaspoon of white pepper.
Now, is this not as spicy as the black, or what?
No. White pepper is the same as the black, and you and I are going to start sneezing here in a minute.
You know it.
It's the same as the black, except it has had its husk taken off.
Is that it?
The black, they don't have the husk off.
Oh.
And the white pepper, the husk has been taken off. Okay, do
There.
we have everything in it now? I think we've got just about everything in it now.
Don't need this.
No, we're all right there. Okay, the only other thing we need is you need to watch it now. We've got all of our spices in there,
I'm good at that.
and you need to watch it and make sure that it doesn't burn on you here. We need a little bit of water,
Water?
and I tell you what, why don't you
Go out to the well.
go out to the well and get me some water in that for me, will you? And I'm going to continue cooking here. Just go on out there real quick and get me some water. We haven't got this hooked up yet, so we're just having to live with it right now. Now let me get this going right here while Kenny goes to get the water. Let's see if we can get this, the rest of this done here for you. We're going to need some Morton's salt that they use, and this is a preservative that they use in their when you're doing sausages and this and that. Now remember, this is the jerky stick I told you we were going to try to make up for you. Now into this, let me check this real quick. We're going to need, we had almost 2 pounds of meat. We're going to need 2 teaspoons. Is that a teaspoon? Yeah. There we go. That's going to do it right there. Okay. To that, you find any water out there, Kenny?
Found it.
Found some water. Now, some guys like to use beer in their chili.
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay too. And of course, remember, the alcohol cooks off in the first 15 minutes you're cooking, so you don't have to worry about it having alcohol in it, or you guys getting a little bit under the weather, you know, from eating chili.
Uh-huh.
But water, I think, is just about as good. Now remember, if you want to thicken this chili, you're going to have to use either a flour and water paste, or I like to use the macerina. Macerina is a corn flour that is used in making tortillas and that type of thing. Tamales, so forth. Let's get going on this thing, or we're going to run out of time. Yep, we're going to run out of time here pretty quick. Okay, I need some liquid smoke. Where's my, there it is. Now you can bring that stuff back over here.
Okay.
Liquid smoke. And I'm going to put in, right now I'm going to put in the shoyu. Shoyu is soy sauce. So if somebody asks you what shoyu is, soy sauce. Mm-hmm. And we're going to put into that a quarter of a cup. Quarter of a cup, just like that. Okay? Now that's in. Now what we're going to do is, let me get that out of the way, and I need to get in my black pepper. Where's my black pepper? Real quick, my black pepper. And we need, for this amount, we need 1 nice big, no, that's ground coriander.
No.
Don't do that to me.
Don't do that to you. All right.
There it
you go.
is. Oh, another one of those small
It was
jugs.
too small. I couldn't see it.
One of those small jugs, yeah, in here. You know, and you can take some of this back out with you when you go out, get ready to go back out to go to work, you know.
You bet.
Okay, very good. All right, now let me get the rest of this in here. And it looks like we've just about run out of time, and we're going to have to take a little break. We'll be right back in about a minute. We'll finish this up for you.
How about cooking up all those great foods that we have here at the ranch? Things like stuffed peppers, cowboy food, food of the Orient, and how about some stuffed bell peppers? And of course, Chili Bill's chili. Here, Try some of this on for size. Get your copy of If You Like It Hot now and start cooking up all these great foods.
Hey, we're back, boy, and we're really trying to huff and puff to get this thing all done at one time today.
What is this thing?
Well, I'm going to show you that in just a minute. That isn't a torture device.
No wonder the plumbing down at the bunkhouse don't work.
Okay, yeah, I robbed you. I'm going to tell you what we have in this jerky meat here. Yeah, this is jerky stick, okay? We have 2 pounds of ground beef, and this time you can use the cheaper cut if you want to. We've got 2 teaspoons of Morton Tender Quick. Now, that's that preservative. We have 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke. We have 2 teaspoons of black pepper. We've got 2 teaspoons of dried mustard, plain old dried mustard. What else here? Oh, we've got 1 tablespoon of Red Death. You know, you can use Tabasco, any of those will do. This happens to be mine.
Red.
And 1 teaspoon, or 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. A little bit of MSG if you want to use it. If you don't, don't use it. And 1/4 cup of shoyu or soy sauce. Now I'm going to show you how to put this together real quick. Our chili's over here and it's going. Now I'm going to show you. I made this up out of
PCV pipe.
That's right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make me a couple of these like this. I'm going to stick them down a barrel.
Yeah.
Like this. And I'm going to put a little bit more in there for you. Just a little bit more.
That's where we load those squids on prop.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay. Now what we're going to do is I'll just go ahead and put this down in there like that. And we put our plunger in it. Now you can roll these up with your hands, okay? But I'm going to show you my gadget. And then, of course, if you want to put them in skins, you can do that too. And you just take that out like that. And there are your jerky sticks. Now you put those in the oven for 4 hours at 200 degrees.
All right.
And that's the best jerky that you'll ever eat. Folks, we've run out of time. We've got the chili. We've made up the jerky sticks here. And like I told you, you can roll these up, you know, like this with your hands. And you do it the same way. Just roll them up with your hands. We've run out of time. We'll see you next time. Adios. Come on, Kenny. Let's get to making this thing up here now.